I was showing a buyer a home in Dublin this week, and let me tell you, it really highlighted some of the things that can make it so much harder to sell your home. So today, I'm going to share with you the 10 things that you should never have in your home when you're selling. If you're new here, I'm Jen with the Jenn Collins Group, your local guide and real estate expert to living in the East Bay. I'm here to help you live your life in a home you love, whether that's improving your current home or letting us help you find a new one. And if you want the inside scoop about real estate in the East Bay, plus tips about buying, selling, or investing, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. Okay, there's a lot to talk about today. Now I get it, every seller is different and every situation is unique. But if your home has been on the market for longer than you'd hoped, and that's happening a lot right now, it might just be because of some easily fixable things that are inside your house. And if you're just getting ready to sell your home, I want to give you a heads up. So I'm sharing with you today my top don't do this list, the things that you absolutely want to avoid having in your home when you're trying to sell. Right at the top of that list, and something we encounter today, is this. Please, please, please take yourself and your pets out of the home during showings. I know some of you might feel a little uneasy about that. It's your home after all. But when you decide to sell, it's time for a mental shift. Try to think of it as a house on the market, not your home and personal space anymore. Buyers need that mental room to picture their lives unfolding there. Not everyone is a dog person or a cat person or even a snake person. Yikes. But they just might not even be comfortable around pets in general. Barking, meowing, chirping, or even the presence of a pet can be a distraction for some people and take away from the buyer's actual focus on the property. Not to mention the smell of your cat's litter box or the sight of your dog's slobbered on half-eaten toys. Our ultimate goal is to get as many buyers through the front door and make your home feel as appealing as possible to the widest range of people to get it sold. We also recognize that it's important to be sensitive to your needs and concerns about security and having strangers walk through your home. If security is a concern, consider using security cameras both inside and outside your home. If you do, just make sure that you disclose this with a sign on the front door. You could even just take a short drive down the street and monitor things from your phone until the showing is complete. We can also work with you to be present for showings if necessary. But honestly, the best thing that you can do for a smooth showing experience and to allow buyers to truly connect with the space is to not be there and to take your pets with you. Please. Now that Fido's taken care of, next up is to start to take a look around what personal items you leave around your house. I'm talking about that mail that you just grabbed and the personal paperwork sitting on your desk. Buyers aren't going to snoop through your private things, but if it's in plain sight, it creates visual clutter and that can be really distracting. These things prevent buyers from focusing on the home itself. So make sure to do a quick sweep before every showing. If you want a checklist of what to do before a showing, you can download it below. So put that mail away, tuck the paperwork in a drawer. Buyers don't need to see it. This also includes things like very specific fandom art, sports team memorabilia, or anything that could be considered controversial, especially politically charged artwork or religious pieces. In today's world, buyers often see your home the first time online, and a polarizing image in a photo could cause them to skip your home altogether. We want to get as many eyes on your property as possible, so consider swapping out personal items for some more neutral decor while your home is on the market. Remember, you're getting ready to move, so make it easy on yourself with less to pack. Next up is too many family photos. Now, a couple of tastefully displayed family photos can make a house feel warm and lived in, and we don't want your home to feel sterile. However, I've seen homes where entire walls and hallways and every surface is covered in family photos. While these memories are of course precious to you, buyers want to envision their family living in the space, and it becomes a visual distraction. Since you're moving anyway, let's pare back those family photos. A couple of strategically placed ones are okay, but let's not overwhelm potential buyers. Then there's personalized kids' room decor. If you have children's rooms with name art, stencils, or specific character decals, it's best to take those down. While it made the space special for your kids, it can make it harder for buyers to imagine their own children in that room. Plus, and this is a serious point, Having your children's names visible in online photos does create a potential security risk in today's digital world. We want to protect your family's privacy, so let's neutralize those walls as much as possible. Speaking of protection, please don't leave out valuables, jewelry, medications, or especially firearms. Even if buyers are accompanied by their agent, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Pack up any valuable artwork, jewelry, or collections and store them securely off-site or in a safe space. The same goes for medications, especially controlled substances. If you choose to have open houses, these can pose an even greater risk during your open house. And when it comes to firearms, even if they're in a safe, it's wise to be discreet. If the safe is visible, perhaps cover it. If you have a display case, consider removing the firearms altogether before showings. Remember, your listing photos are online for everyone to see, and you don't want to inadvertently advertise the presence of firearms. Plus, some buyers may have sensitivities to this, so it's best to keep these items out of sight. We've covered pets, personal items, family photos, kids decor, valuables, medications, and more. And there's still more to do. We don't see this next one very often, but it does sometimes come up, so it's worth mentioning. Similar to politics and firearms, please remove any hunting trophies or taxidermy. This might be your personal passion, however, not all buyers will share your same enthusiasm. In fact, for many, it can be a significant turnoff or a major distraction. These items are often large and can make a room feel smaller. Since you're moving, it's best to pack these away, perhaps in the garage or off-site. Online, these can really be a trigger for some buyers and can deter them from even scheduling a showing. Then there are over-personalized or worn-out window treatments. It's time to take a good look at your curtains, blinds, and shades. If they're faded, worn out, outdated, or even just dark and heavy, even if that's your personal style, it can negatively impact a buyer's perception. Ideally, you either replace them with something neutral and updated, or if that's not feasible, just consider removing them altogether to let in more natural light. Dated or damaged window treatments can be a real eyesore and detract from the appeal of your home. We were showing a buyer a home in Walnut Creek and pulled back the window treatments to see that they were moldy. Yuck! Of course, that opened up all sorts of questions about the window seal and then what other items the seller didn't really care for in the home. Better to remove these window treatments or refresh them. Now, we all live in our homes, I get it, but many of our homes have become a little too comfy with a little too much furniture. Over time, especially if you've lived in your home for many years or if you've inherited special pieces, furniture can accumulate. I recently worked with clients in Danville who had a beautiful living room with vaulted ceilings, but a large sectional completely blocked the entrance and made the room feel smaller than it was. We suggested removing a portion of the sectional and reorienting it in the room, and it completely transformed the space. Suddenly, the fireplace and the high ceilings became the focal points. Take a hard look at each room. Could removing a piece or two of furniture open up the space and make it feel larger and more inviting? If you're not taking it with you, now's the time to declutter those extra pieces. Okay, my personal pet peeve, cluttered countertops. This might seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. In both your kitchen and bathrooms, aim to clear the countertops of as much as possible. I'm not saying make it look completely sterile with absolutely nothing, but remove the everyday clutter, excessive appliances in the kitchen, personal care items in the bathrooms, and of course that catch-all container. In the kitchen, maybe leave out a stylish coffee maker or a simple fruit bowl to stage the space. In the bathrooms, clear everything that you wouldn't see in a showroom. Yes, it might be slightly more inconvenient while you're living there, but think of it as presenting a clean slate for potential buyers to imagine their own belongings. Try using storage containers to keep your necessities tucked away during showings, and then you can bring the whole container out when you need it. Finally, be sure to remove any broken items or fixtures that you're not including in the sale. This requires some advanced planning. Address any broken appliances, like that broken ice maker you've been meaning to fix, any faulty light fixtures, or anything that isn't functioning correctly. Either repair or replace them. If you have fixtures that you know you specifically want to take with you, remove them now and replace them with something more neutral. Please, don't just leave a gaping hole. Buyers will notice these things during showings and especially during the home inspection. Addressing them proactively can prevent complications during negotiations. And please, avoid just offering a credit for a light fixture you're taking. It can often lead to unnecessary back and forth. Wondering what light fixtures to choose or what mirrors to use instead? Just ask us. we will happily recommend some options. Now, I'm not expecting you to tackle every single item on this list perfectly. Life happens, and it can be hard to take care of all of this. But guess what? That's why we're here. If you focus on addressing some of the key points we've discussed, it will absolutely help your home sell faster and with less stress. And what's next? If you're thinking about selling your home, I'd love to schedule an initial chat so I can learn more about your goals and plans for what's next, and I can help you identify what small changes in your home will make the biggest impact for your sale. Call or text me at the number below so we can connect. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jenn Collins, your local guide and real estate expert here in the East Bay. I'm here to help you find a home and a community you love. I appreciate you spending some time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.